What if the cities you thought were the most welcoming and thriving in the UK were also some of the most dangerous? Behind the landmarks, universities, and bustling nightlife lie hidden crime statistics that may completely change how you see these places. From violent crime to burglary and theft, the data paints a picture that many residents already know, but visitors rarely imagine. And the biggest shock, a city celebrated worldwide for its prestige and history, ranks unexpectedly high on this list. Stay with us, because when we reach number 3, you'll be questioning everything you thought you knew. Number 10. Liverpool. Liverpool, a city celebrated for its music, football legacy, and rich maritime history, also carries a reputation for being one of the UK's more challenging places to live when it comes to safety. While millions visit each year to enjoy its cultural landmarks, official crime statistics reveal a less glamorous side. Reports highlight elevated levels of violent crime, burglary, and antisocial behaviour, particularly in densely populated urban districts. Residents often describe a contrast between the city's thriving public life and the risks that come with certain areas after dark. This dual character makes Liverpool both vibrant and unpredictable. The city's nightlife is a major attraction, but it is also where much of the crime concentration occurs. Police data shows that incidents of assault and theft frequently spike around popular clubs, pubs, and football match days. While community policing has strengthened over the years, challenges persist due to the city's size and its dynamic mix of visitors and locals. For families, burglary remains a concern, with recorded break-ins ranking higher than the national average. Even car theft is a recurring issue, leaving many to take extra precautions, such as monitored parking or home security systems. The reality is that beneath Liverpool's cultural achievements lies a pressing concern for everyday safety. Yet despite these statistics, it is important to remember that Liverpool continues to grow economically and socially. Its universities attract thousands of students, its waterfront remains a UNESCO-listed attraction, and its people are often described as some of the most welcoming in the UK. The presence of crime does not erase the city's strengths, but it does highlight the importance of awareness and preparedness. Visitors and residents alike should remain vigilant, especially in busy nightlife zones, while still appreciating what makes Liverpool such a distinctive and historic British city. Number 9. Birmingham. Birmingham, often called the UK's second city, is a powerhouse of commerce, culture, and education, attracting millions for work, study, and leisure. Its diverse communities and industrial heritage make it a vital part of the nation's identity. However, Birmingham consistently records some of the highest crime levels outside London. Police data highlights frequent issues with violent crime, knife-related incidents, and gang activity, particularly in certain inner-city districts. While the city thrives on energy and opportunity, safety concerns continue to shape the daily experiences of many residents. The city centre, famous for its bustling bullring shopping centre, vibrant markets, and thriving nightlife, is also where crime reports often spike. Robbery, theft, and public disorder have been persistent challenges, especially during late-night hours. In addition, Birmingham's size and density create complexities for law enforcement, with multiple neighbourhoods facing unique safety issues. Incidents involving youth gangs and drug-related offences have drawn national attention, underscoring the need for community programmes and policing strategies. Burglary rates remain high in residential districts, prompting many households to invest in improved locks, CCTV systems, and neighbourhood watch schemes. Despite these measures, statistics show that Birmingham's crime profile remains a significant concern for both locals and newcomers. Still, Birmingham is far more than its crime figures. It is home to world-class universities, the historic Cadbury factory, and an expanding network of canals that rival Venice in length. Its role as host for major international events showcases its resilience and global importance. Many residents emphasize the warmth and diversity of the population, often highlighting a strong community spirit that offsets negative headlines. The reality is that Birmingham is both opportunity-rich and risk-aware, demanding a balance of caution and appreciation from those who live, work, or travel within its busy streets. Number 8. Manchester. Manchester, known globally as the home of football giants, iconic music heritage, and a thriving student community, is a city full of vibrancy and opportunity. Yet beneath its modern image lies a concerning record of crime statistics that consistently place it among the UK's more dangerous urban centres. Reports highlight high levels of violent crime, drug-related offences, and antisocial behaviour, particularly concentrated in the lively city centre. The combination of nightlife, tourism, and a dense population contributes to an environment where safety becomes a pressing concern. The nightlife economy is one of Manchester's defining features, drawing thousands each weekend to areas like the Northern Quarter, Deansgate, and the Printworks. While these districts are celebrated for their energy, they are also hotspots for incidents of assault, theft, and alcohol-fueled disorder. Police data shows a consistent pattern of violent crime linked to late-night activity, with knife-related offences in some boroughs receiving national attention. Residential areas are not immune either, with burglary and car theft remaining frequent problems. The city's reputation as a student hub also means young people are often disproportionately affected, prompting universities to work closely with local authorities on safety campaigns. For many, Manchester's vibrancy comes with an underlying caution that shapes how they navigate its streets. Despite these challenges, Manchester continues to be a city of growth, innovation, and resilience. It is home to major sporting events, internationally recognized universities, and one of the fastest-growing economies in the UK. Its people are renowned for their community spirit, often working together to counter negative perceptions through neighbourhood initiatives and cultural pride. Manchester's story is one of contrasts, a city that inspires with creativity and opportunity, yet demands vigilance and awareness. For those who live or visit, enjoying Manchester's brilliance means balancing appreciation with practical safety. Number 7. Sheffield. Sheffield, often celebrated as the Steel City for its industrial past, has transformed into a hub for education, culture, and green spaces. With 2 major universities and a vibrant student population, it is widely seen as a welcoming northern city. However, official crime data shows that Sheffield faces persistent problems that place it among the UK's most unsafe urban areas. High rates of burglary, robbery, and antisocial behaviour make it a challenging place for both residents and visitors. The city's reputation as a friendly and affordable student destination often masks the seriousness of these concerns. Reports indicate that burglary is a recurring issue, especially in neighbourhoods near student housing, where offenders see opportunities. Police statistics also highlight worrying levels of violent crime, particularly around the bustling nightlife districts. Areas such as West Street and Division Street, popular with students and young professionals, experience frequent incidents of assault and theft during late-night hours. Car-related offences and property damage are also above the national average, reinforcing the need for extra vigilance. Despite increased investment in community policing and security measures, Sheffield continues to grapple with safety challenges that impact daily life. For many families, the contrast between the city's natural beauty and its crime statistics can feel stark. Yet Sheffield is also a place of resilience and identity. Surrounded by the Peak District, the city offers stunning landscapes and one of the highest ratios of green space per resident in Europe. Its cultural venues, sporting tradition, and student community create a lively and inclusive atmosphere. Locals frequently point to the city's strong sense of belonging and cooperation as counterweights to crime concerns. Sheffield demonstrates that a city can be both inviting and challenging, reminding those who live or study there to balance appreciation with practical awareness of their surroundings. Number 6. London. London, the capital city and one of the world's greatest global hubs, is celebrated for its history, culture, and endless opportunities. With iconic landmarks such as Big Ben, the Tower Bridge, and the London Eye, it attracts millions of visitors every year. Yet behind the grandeur lies a troubling record of crime statistics that consistently place London high on the list of the UK's most dangerous cities. The city's size, diversity, and sheer population density contribute to elevated levels of violent crime, theft, and antisocial behaviour, creating an environment where safety remains a pressing issue. Police reports highlight persistent challenges with knife crime, often concentrated in specific boroughs. These incidents have drawn widespread national attention, with youth violence being a particular concern. Pickpocketing and mobile phone theft are also frequent, especially in tourist-heavy areas such as Oxford Street, Camden Market, and the London Underground. Residents often face risks of burglary and car-related offences, while late-night transport hubs are common hotspots for disorder. The city's vast scale makes policing complex, and despite heavy investment in surveillance and public safety campaigns, crime continues to dominate headlines. For many, living in London means navigating opportunity alongside constant caution, yet it would be unfair to define London solely by crime statistics. The city remains a powerhouse of finance, education, and culture, drawing ambitious people from around the globe. Its universities, theatres, and creative industries are world-renowned. While its communities often display remarkable resilience and solidarity, many Londoners highlight their neighbourhood networks and cultural pride as strengths that balance negative perception. London represents both risk and reward, a city where success stories are written daily, yet one that requires residents and visitors to remain aware, alert, and prepared for the realities of big city living. Number 5. Nottingham. Nottingham, world famous for the legend of Robin Hood, is often portrayed as a city of history, folklore, and cultural pride. Beneath this romantic image, however, Nottingham consistently records some of the highest crime rates in England, placing it firmly among the UK's most dangerous cities to live in. Police statistics reveal worrying levels of violent crime, antisocial behaviour, and drug-related offences, with many incidents concentrated in the busy city centre and surrounding neighbourhoods. For a city known for its charm, this darker side often surprises outsiders who associate Nottingham more with heritage than with crime. Reports highlight that violent crime is one of Nottingham's biggest challenges, particularly in nightlife districts where alcohol-fueled incidents are common. Burglary and robbery remain above the national average, with residential communities and student housing frequently targeted. Car-related offences, from theft to vandalism, also contribute to the city's crime profile. The presence of organised crime groups has added further pressure on local policing, making crime prevention a continual battle. For residents, these risks can influence daily habits, from choosing safer routes home at night to investing in stronger home security. Even students, who make up a significant portion of the population, are regularly advised to remain alert in high-risk areas. Yet Nottingham is also a city of resilience, creativity, and progress. Its universities are well respected, its sporting culture thrives, and its historic castle continues to draw international visitors. Many locals emphasize the warmth of its communities and the opportunities that coexist with its challenge. The city has invested in regeneration projects, aiming to reduce inequality and build safer public spaces. Nottingham reflects a striking contrast, a place where heritage and danger intersect, reminding everyone that awareness and vigilance are essential parts of daily life, while still enjoying what the city has to offer. Number 4. Leeds. Leeds, a thriving northern powerhouse, is recognised for its universities, financial sector, and lively nightlife. It has grown into one of the UK's fastest developing cities, drawing students, professionals, and visitors in large numbers. Yet behind its reputation for opportunity and culture, Leeds also ranks among the country's most dangerous cities based on official crime statistics. Reports consistently highlight elevated levels of violent crime, robbery, and antisocial behaviour, particularly within the city centre and popular leisure districts. This duality of progress and persistent crime shapes how both residents and visitors experience Leeds. Police data shows that incidents of violent assault often increase in areas surrounding pubs, clubs, and late-night venues, especially at weekends. The vibrant nightlife that draws thousands each evening also creates hotspots for alcohol-fueled disorder and theft. Burglary and property crime remain recurring issues in residential areas, including student-heavy districts such as Headingley and Hyde Park. Car crime and drug-related offences have also been reported at rates above the national average, adding to the city's complex safety challenges. For families, students, and professionals alike, awareness of these risks is a critical part of daily life in Leeds. Even with significant policing efforts and city initiatives, crime continues to affect how people interact with their environment. Despite these challenges, Leeds remains a city of resilience, growth, and ambition. Its universities attract thousands of international students, while its business sector and shopping districts, including the Trinity Centre and Victoria Quarter, reinforce its role as a regional hub. The city also boasts a strong sporting culture and a community spirit that many residents point to with pride. Leeds reflects the reality of modern urban life. It offers vast opportunities and cultural richness, yet requires constant awareness and preparedness to navigate the risks that accompany its rapid growth. Number 3. Oxford. Oxford, often described as the city of dreaming spires, is world-renowned for its prestigious university, stunning architecture, and academic excellence. It attracts students, tourists, and professionals from across the globe, giving the impression of a tranquil, intellectual hub. Yet behind the iconic image of libraries and cobbled streets lies a surprising reality. Oxford ranks among the UK's most dangerous cities, according to official crime data. High levels of burglary, assault, and antisocial behaviour reveal a side of the city that few expect, making its place on this list a genuine shock. Reports highlight that burglary is one of Oxford's most persistent problems, with residential areas and student accommodations being common targets. Violent crime, including assault, also features prominently in police statistics, particularly in nightlife zones around the city centre. Alcohol-related incidents and theft spike during weekends when the population swells with students and visitors. Car-related offences, such as theft and vandalism, add further concern for residents. These issues contrast sharply with Oxford's global image, creating a tension between perception and reality. For students and families, the risks mean taking extra precautions such as improved home security and greater vigilance when travelling late at night. Despite these statistics, Oxford remains one of the UK's most culturally and historically significant cities. Its university continues to lead in research and innovation, while its museums, theatres, and historic colleges draw millions each year. Many residents emphasise that the city's charm and intellectual atmosphere outweigh its challenges, pointing to strong community networks and active safety initiatives. Oxford illustrates a striking paradox, a place celebrated for knowledge and heritage, yet marked by crime levels that surprise even long-time observers. Awareness and preparedness are key to appreciating its beauty while navigating the realities of modern urban life. Number 2. Bradford. Bradford, a city with a proud industrial heritage and one of the UK's most diverse populations, has long been recognised for its cultural vibrancy and historic architecture. However, it also ranks consistently near the top of the UK's most dangerous cities, according to official crime statistics. Reports show persistently high levels of violent crime, drug-related offences, and antisocial behaviour, placing Bradford in a challenging position for both residents and authorities. While its history and community spirit remain strong, the scale of its safety concerns makes it one of the country's most difficult cities to navigate. Police data reveals that violent crime rates in Bradford are significantly above the national average. Assaults, robberies, and incidents linked to organised crime are frequent, often concentrated in densely populated inner-city districts. Burglary and property crime continue to trouble residential areas, with many households investing in security measures to protect themselves. Drug-related offences also feature prominently, with ongoing police operations attempting to curb trafficking and usage. These issues are compounded by economic inequality, which contributes to social tensions and increases the burden on law enforcement. For everyday life, this means many residents remain cautious when travelling at night or when visiting certain parts of the city. Still, Bradford is far from defined solely by its crime profile. It is home to the celebrated National Science and Media Museum, stunning Victorian buildings, and a rich food culture that reflects its multicultural identity. The city has produced notable figures in film, literature, and sports, and it continues to attract students to its university. Many locals highlight the warmth of Bradford's communities, where neighbourhood support networks help offset the challenges. Bradford embodies both struggle and resilience, offering cultural richness alongside the need for constant awareness and preparedness. Number 1. Blackpool. Blackpool, one of the UK's most famous seaside resorts, is renowned for its pleasure beach, tower and lively promenade that attract millions of tourists each year. However, beyond the glittering lights of the piers and amusement parks, Blackpool also holds the troubling title of being one of the most dangerous cities in the UK. Police statistics consistently place it at the top for violent crime, drug offences, and antisocial behaviour, making it a location where the risks often overshadow the holiday atmosphere. This contrast between family entertainment and crime reality makes Blackpool a striking number 1 on this list. Reports highlight that violent crime in Blackpool occurs at rates far above the national average, with assaults and alcohol-related incidents especially common in nightlife districts. The town's thriving evening economy, concentrated around pubs and clubs, has become a hotspot for disorder and theft. Drug-related crime is also a significant issue, with usage and trafficking ranking among the highest in England. Burglary and property offences remain frequent, adding another layer of concern for residents. For many locals, these problems create a daily tension, as the town's cheerful tourist image often clashes with the realities of its safety challenges. Despite these serious issues, Blackpool continues to hold cultural and economic importance. Its famous illuminations, traditional seaside attractions, and entertainment venues draw crowds year after year. The community has launched regeneration projects aimed at reducing deprivation and tackling crime, with mixed but ongoing progress. Locals often emphasize their pride in the town's identity, pointing to resilience and friendliness as defining traits. Blackpool exemplifies the sharp contrast between a celebrated tourist destination and the challenges of urban crime, reminding visitors and residents alike of the need for vigilance, awareness, and thoughtful preparation. The UK's cities are places of heritage, opportunity, and community, yet the crime statistics remind us that urban life also carries serious challenges. From the bustling nightlife of Manchester to the historic colleges of Oxford, each city demonstrates a striking contrast between cultural pride and the realities of safety concerns. These findings are not meant to deter you from visiting or living in these areas, but rather to highlight the importance of awareness, preparedness, and understanding the environments we move through. While Liverpool, Birmingham, and London face long-standing struggles with violence and theft, others like Oxford and Sheffield surprise us by ranking higher than expected. The presence of crime does not erase the achievements of these cities, but it does offer an honest perspective on what residents face day to day. For travellers, families, and students, such information can be crucial when making decisions about where to live, study, or visit. Ultimately, every city is more than its crime figures. Communities remain strong, regeneration continues, and people find ways to thrive despite challenges. This list simply encourages you to look beyond appearances, to stay informed, and to approach these vibrant urban centres with both respect and caution. Don't miss our previous video for a positive contrast on the safest UK cities to live in. We put a lot of effort into creating these fact-based breakdowns, so if you found value, please support us by hitting subscribe. It only takes one click.